Hey, what's up, Yellowfin Tuna Crew? All right, so here we go for another round. We're gonna tackle some tackle. Punny, you get to look forward to that all trip. I'm wearing my gloves again. I'm just kind of just breaking them in, and I actually like to wear them when I'm working with my tackle. Just provides an extra layer of protection. So, I mean, when I'm tying a knot or something, I can really wrap my hand around this. I can really get some good torque on there. It's like, oh yeah. So that's a good one. Another thing, hooks when you're dealing with this shit on a rocking boat. Hey, again, it's not perfect, and not bulletproof, but love the gloves. So all right, so we're gonna jump right into these Frenzy ballistic flying fish. Really, they're the only brand I would go with. We've tried other brands, and they just don't work. Yellowfin, they're a little finicky, and they like what they like. So, first note on the Frenzy flying fish. This is for vets and for guys who own their own, casting rigs, because these things are super light. I do not recommend newbies or less experienced guys or no rigs getting these. They're super light, they're flimsy, they're hard to cast. When we do cast them, we're drifting, so you're casting with the drift, and then you're bringing it right back. You're popping it in, and then boom, another cast, bringing it right back in. I mean, you're just casting over and over and over. So the more fatigued you get, less good you are at casting. So again, for the vets. So diving into kind of just some of the things about this. There's 3 colors that I recommend. All of the 8-inch variety, okay? They do sell a 6-inch. I don't see anything wrong with the 6-inch, but I keep them in the category with the three. We got 3 colors. We've got pink, we've got a glow-in-the-dark blue, we've got a clear blue. Hopefully you can see the difference. This one's a little opaque. It's got that, more opaque, not so translucent, just kind of yellow hue to it. They're normally marked with a glow-in-the-dark sticker on the front of the box. This is just a regular clear blue. These are what we're really looking for, okay? On the glow-in-the-dark, they'll normally have a sticker right here that says glow-in-the-dark. We just lost the box that this one was in. So try and get them unrigged. If they're already pre-rigged and that's all you can get, hey, go ahead and grab some if you want to, but we're not going to use any of this mono, or we're not going to use their hook that comes with the pre-rigged, and they're a little bit more expensive. So I'd say try and get the unrigged ones, a little bit cheaper, and hey, we're going to have to re-rig them anyways. It's not quality stuff, so keep that in mind, okay? I was talking about the 6-inch just a second ago. I said I like to keep that in the class of the glow-in-the-dark and the pink, as in I normally only carry, 1 pink and 1 glow-in-the-dark with me, and I carry about 4 blue clear ones. So I used to have a 6-inch, and it definitely caught some fish, but again, I only had 1 of those in my arsenal. So just keep that in mind. What else on the Frenzies? Let's see. Yeah, that's about it, guys. So these are 15 to 20 bucks depending on where you get them. Again, get your stuff now if you want them. Vets and casting guys, okay? This is for you, okay? All right, so I was talking about don't buy the pre-rigged, right? So we want this. So we need to build essentially what they've built, but with better quality stuff. Guarantees getting our fish to the boat. Where we start with that is fluorocarbon, okay? We're gonna do 100-pound fluorocarbon. If you're buying unrigged flyers, unrigged anything, get some fluorocarbon. It's about $25-$30 for 25-30 yard spool. So it is pricey, but I guarantee you it's worth it, okay? A couple brands on the fluorocarbon. This is Diamond. Diamond's really good. And there's also High Catch and a Seaguard that's really good. But honestly, if it's fluorocarbon and not monofilament, I feel pretty safe about that. Try something new if you want to. I'm not trying to sell anything to you guys. So this is all recommendations. So we're gonna go with the fluorocarbon. That's what this will be. This is just some cheap mono kinks. It gets twisted, and then you got to re-rig during the hot streak. We don't want to do that. So the other thing, so with the unrigged flyers, you want to get a 4/0 owner. Okay, it comes in packs of 5. It's $15 for a 5-pack of these. $3 a hook. I know, fucking outrageous. I guarantee you this is a $3 hook, okay? Because this will put your fish in the boat. I can't move that. And it's the way they've constructed them, they're flat on the edges. So imagine a 2x4. The 2x4 is like this, it's got a lot of bend and give. But you turn that 2x4 over like this, man, guarantee you can't break it. So these things are gold, all right? We're gonna get to this diamond jig in a minute, but I broke one off earlier. But I was just gonna show you how easily they bend, and that one broke off, and it's like, oh, there it went again. Lost fish, bye-bye. So we're gonna sub those out. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, okay? For a couple other rigs, just so we're on the treble hooks right now, Owner brand right up here in the top right, okay? I know they say Stinger treble, but it's made by Owner, O-W-N-E-R. These are 3/0, 6 come in a pack, $15, same price, you get a free hook. These we're gonna use on some other rigs, some jigs, some Halcos. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but we're on the hooks for now. So super strong, super reliable, worth their money, weight in gold, okay? Next, let's go on to Halcos. So these are kind of a swimming casting bait. They're heavy in the front. When you pull them, they're coming, they're shaking their tail, they do a little rattle and put off some vibrations. Tuna love these. We like to keep these just on hand, ready to cast, because things change throughout the night, and maybe they're not hitting the top waters anymore. We want to switch to these. They're not hitting the flying fish. It's like, hey, we want to have some diversification in our arsenal. You can see some of these have just been ripped up, man. We've gotten these back. This one I actually didn't change the hooks out on, and you can actually tell, I think, how bent that one is. It's like, I don't know if that was a lost fish or if we got lucky and got that one in the boat, but these hooks didn't get changed, and I do not like that. So, man, they just bend, it's like, oh, there went the fish. So, Halcos, this is a Max 130, okay? I'm not a big fan of the red color, but this is all they had in stock when I grabbed one at the bait store, so I just want to show you all in the package. Got to change the hooks and the split rings. I'll show you all that. I like these bluer colors, the dark is generally what I go to on my poppers, but on these blue shiny ones, it's like, man, they've been tearing them up. So look into Halcos. There's a Halco 110, Max 110. This is small. I've never tried this, but it's the same shape. And so I was like, hey, it doesn't hurt. You never knows whether we're at the flower gardens or bottom fishing. Maybe I want to toss this out. So just kind of an idea that we're going to be doing some different things. We're going to be fishing at night for tuna. During the day, we're going to be bottom fishing. Stuff swims up to the boat, Want to be prepared to chunk something at a mahi or a wahoo or who knows. So both of these, these are running probably 13 to 18 bucks a pop, okay? Again, buy this stuff now, guys. They also have Halco Max 150. I've used those personally, and I'm not a big fan. We haven't seen any results on those. They're a different shape. They swim a little bit differently. And so I wouldn't recommend the 150 if you're feeling adventurous, but me myself, I always buy something new every year and just try something out. It's worth a few casts, try, especially if we're in the money. So keep that in mind too. We're here to have fun. We're going to be working hard, and we're going to have a great trip. So moving on from the Halcos, straight on to the poppers. Man, these things are dusk and dawn kind of things. When the sun's going down, sun's coming up, we're throwing these, and man, there's just been numerous trips where these tuna are fully breaching the water and slamming them down from the top. But it's like, Like this one, this is a really good example. I mean, man, you can really see how good, I mean, how that tuna just came up and just destroyed that. A nice oval shape there. And it's amazing to watch them breach the water and hit these. These are a little bit more expensive. This is actually a wood one. This is a newer one. This has been through 10, 12 seasons probably. This is a newer one, not a favored color, obviously. No blow ups on this one. Darker colors on the poppers, you know, dusk and dawn. They're coming up from the bottom. You know, think about it. All they're seeing anyways, is a silhouette. So, hey, the darker the better. You know, fish are supposed to be camouflaged, looking up, but not when the sun's going down or up. So, check that out. All right, Yozuri is a really good brand. That's what this one is. It's a wooden Yozuri. I've actually spray painted both of these, you know, multiple times. Changed out. Got the 4-aught hooks on these. Fiberglass. Man, these range from $30 to $60. So again, these are great for casting. They're heavy. They're big. They're even good for newbies, less experienced people who want to try to cast. This is where you start, is with the big popper. You know, you got weight, you can figure out how to fling it out there. And there is time to practice here and there. So you can come down here night before, or practice out on the deck if y'all want to, and you know, it's fun stuff. So 30 to 60 bucks. Halco actually makes poppers as well. Halco's these little swim baits right here. OTI, they're okay. They're kind of this big one. I don't recommend, if you get OTI, I would not recommend getting this big faced one like this. We haven't had any luck. We've tried 2 of those, but and it looks like I have changed out all these hooks, so I don't think they come with the good hardware, but some poppers do come with the good hardware. I know it's hard to tell in the package, but you know, we're gonna change them out regardless. So, and I'm gonna help you guys with that. We'll talk about that in a second. So, OTI, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I call it Maxwell. It's MXEOL. That's a really good wood brand of poppers that I've used and heard about and read and done some due diligence. So keep all those things in mind. And man, that's one of the funnest things, is being able to hit a yellowfin tuna on a popper. It's like, wow. So, all right, so next, moving on to the jigs. Let's see. I had two kind of this category is diamond jigs, okay? Not all jigs. I'll briefly talk about the other types of jigs, but these are all diamond jigs. 2 colors, in my opinion. Good old silver diamond jig, hence its name, okay? Here's new in the package. Nice, pretty, shitty hook. Gotta replace it. It's got a split ring already though, so not a problem. You can see that, let's see a glow in the dark one. All right. These silver diamond jigs, there's not really a brand to go to on these, okay? Just find a silver diamond jig. You know, it's shaped like a diamond, guys. The glow in the dark ones, Ahi, is a really good one. This doesn't require any work or anything. And it's got a good hook on it. It's got a solid ring, not a split ring, okay? It's already got a swivel up top, all right? So we've got a 12 ounce, and this is actually a 14 ounce. They range from, you know, 8 to 14 ounces. I'm sure you can find something bigger on the internet. That's, you know, not necessary. I really like to stay in the 10 and the 12 ounce range. So that's really my money. If you do, I always keep diamond jigs in my arsenal. Just briefly, there are other types of jigs. You know, if you go on an open boat or on another trip, you know, you'll see that some guys go out there just to jig. And there's all types of things, you know. And they use things like this. I got a whole bag of these. I'm not a big jigger. I like the diamond jig. It's a really good tool to have and keep on you. If you want to try out some jigging, that's awesome. I got a kind of a clearance rack box. Y'all can go through and just, you know, grab some and add them to your arsenal, whatever. They're a lot of fun. It's not for me personally. So give it a try And you know, I can still help you with that stuff, rigging, some techniques, etc. So back to the diamond jigs. Let's see, these, man, the price is all over the page. A regular silver diamond jig's going for $8 to $12, who knows, depending on the weight as well. And then the glow in the darks are, you know, they're from, you know, 10 to 18 bucks. So I like to keep a lot of these in the arsenal because when you're dropping these down, not just tuna or whacking them, you're getting hit by sharks or you know, blackfin, stuff like that. So I do lose quite a few of these diamond jigs. So again, expectations, be prepared for that. But man, I've had so much luck and done so much good with diamond jigs. I really highly recommend that. So this one, I was breaking the hooks off earlier. I'm gonna change it out anyways, obviously, but I just saw this one this year. I don't know, just looked cool. I always grab some new lures and, like I said, just try out some new stuff. And I was like, hey, cool, let's try that out. Once the finish falls off, you know, I can re-spray paint it or whatever. So it's just a wait. You see the glow in the darks? They're already, man, they're rigged up good to go, or the Ahi brand are at least. Got the swivels and everything. These over here, they don't have the swivels on them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some split rings. It's basically just a high powered keychain, okay? I'm gonna put a keychain, I'm gonna put the split ring here, and then I'm gonna attach a swivel here, because as these things swoop down, that's how they fall, just back and forth. That's when the fish is actually gonna hit it. It's in distress. So that line's just twisting, and you know, you don't want to put any extra kinks or just harm on that line. So we want to rig these right. A couple things on the split rings. You can see I got a few packs right here, but this is a owner brand as well. You know, I'm not trying to sell you guys anything, but they make top-notch quality products, and I definitely support that. So this is number 8, okay? So this pretty much, number 8 pretty much can do anything, but I would say get 8s and 9s if you're gonna be doing, if you're gonna get one of everything. I would say, yeah, you need to get an 8 and a 9. We're gonna put the 9s on the bigger diamond jig, bigger, heavier jigs, and we're gonna put the smaller, even a 7, number 7 here. We're gonna put those on the Halcos, okay, to switch out the hooks. Looks like the Halcos already have some split rings, you might think. I can see them in that package. But man, again, just like this shitty hook, I don't know that I want to put my faith in, you know, that little, they're cutting costs there. They got a good product, but you know, they put crap on the tail end. So keep that in mind, okay? Owner split rings. You don't need any solid rings. That's more for this other type of jigging, and that I'm not really going to get into. So split rings. So next, you got swivels. So as we've got that swivel, we'll put that on top. So you need to get, you know, 60 pound is the minimum swivel you want to get. I like ball bearing or barrel swivels. This one in my left hand is a ball bearing swivel, and this is a barrel swivel. People interchange the names, okay? So I do not recommend, if you buy swivels, do not buy these wrapped ones, okay? Same reason that we're changing out the hooks and the cheap split rings. There's a chance that that little wrap right there can get pulled out. I mean, we're gonna hopefully get into some thick fatties, all right? And we're in it to win it. So again, minimum 60 pounds on the swivels. Again, because the more weight they hold, guess what? The bigger they get. All right. So get the smallest, you know, 60 pound ones for a Halco. All right. We need to put a swivel up here on top. Get you know, get 80 to 100 pound swivels for your jigs and anything else. Alrighty guys, so I showed y'all the other jigs. Definitely happy to just let y'all go crazy with that. It's a lot more fun, and it's a lot more, it's easier to do for the new people, while, you know, the veterans are up front casting. You know, it's like And we also chunk, you know, we catch some blackfin, we chop it up into chunks, we chum out the water, and then we put those chunks on the hook and we drift them out the back. So I'm going to touch on that too. But yeah, guys, other than that, the most other important thing for me, it's like, hey, when we do hook up to these fish, burn this into your brain. Keep your line tight, okay? If that line goes slack, that gives that fish a chance to shake his head and throw this hook out. Man, these fish are tough. Their gill plates, their lips, they're tough. You think this big old hook just goes in easily? It doesn't. So you need to keep that line tight. You need to make that fish tired and let him know if that rod's not bent, you should be reeling your ass off, okay? Because that's how you lose a fish. On a side note, same topic, when we get the fish up to the boat. We're gonna talk about this more. We're gonna have a pre-meeting, captains, deckhands, we're gonna talk to you about this too. But with the tight line, when you do get it up to the boat, you're gonna be moving, trying to let somebody gaff your fish. Try and keep his head in the water with your line tight, okay? Don't try and, if you've got a smaller fish and you can't pull his head out of the water, do not pull his head out of the water. You want him parallel, flush with the water so they can get a good stick on him, and it doesn't give him a chance to shake his head and shake this big ass popper out. You know, if it's got good leverage on one side and that hook's on and he shakes it the right way, pop, he might have lost part of his lip, but guess what? He's free. So tight lines all the time, keep his head in the water. I think that's going to wrap it up for the tackle. I don't think I mentioned to keep these in the box that they came in. I know that's a little space, you know, it takes up a lot of room, but guess what? $15, $20 lure, you know, these guys, they're trash. They lost their home. So keep that in mind, okay? That's just a little pro tip from me to you. Also, you know, pocket knife, it's really hard to try and, you know, chop something off like this. Best thing is, you know, you put it on the railing or something, you can get it like that, but pocket knife's good for other things. But if you bring your toenail clippers, it's really just a cinch, guys. Boom. We tie new knots every time. If there's a nick on it, chop it off, you retie it. Last but not least, if anybody's interested in like getting their own rig or something, Dawson, just throwing that out there, you know, give me a holler. I'm happy to throw some more advice at you on that, or recommendations, etc. Anybody who's interested. But as you can see, you know, you add all these, you know, $3 hooks and dollar yards of cord and $15, $20, $40 lures up, you know, you're getting up there. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Y'all got any questions, do not hesitate to contact me, phone call, whatever. I'm just hanging out, working, trying to get through this COVID shit. So I love all you guys, and I can't wait to go smack some tuna, dude. I can't wait for you, for the first timers even including catching fish, to experience those bloody decks. All right, fellas, I'll talk to y'all soon. I'll get that email out, and